So I want you to install pgadmin 3. Okay, now I assume it is somewhat updated. Okay. Have we seen explain plan? Hmm? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't recall exactly. Have we seen explain and query plan? Yes or no? Probably no. Okay. So I want you to install, as I said, pgadmin. So which would be a GUI. So it should be pgadmin 4. So if you have a laptop, you can definitely start installing that. Okay, because I want you to see exactly the changes that are to be made appropriately. Fine. So you can start in background this installation procedure. So till this gets installed, okay, let us go to PSQL. Okay, now if you recall, we were talking about what exactly happens when I write, say, for example, this kind of query. Select star from customer. So we saw that like something like this happens. So you are getting that query. Then we said it would be verified from different relations. There would be the set of relations which would be included there, from which it is going to identify what different tables are. Okay, and similarly, like it will find out what are the attributes. So we saw there would be PG attribute involved, then PG class is involved, PG database is involved, PG like attribute table constraints also may be probably part of it. So though I haven't talked mainly about constraints, but like yes, definitely there would be some constraints added. So the constraints would be taken care of by a table uh, called PG constraint. So if you see this is the table which really take care of that particular constraint. Okay, every information which would be stored here can be seen. So suppose if I write select star from PG constraint, so you would be seeing different names and added. So if I write order by OID, okay, or order by constraint name. Okay, so you may see these were the constraints, those were added by us. Okay, like this was because of that the sequence that we added there. But if you see, these are the primary keys, the primary key constraint that was added by us in our p.sql file. So let us see whether is the installation done. Yeah. So I'm firing next command. So let it work out. Okay, so then the constraints would be added here. But when you fire, now with assumption that every syntax is checked for this query, correct? Now it is to be executed. What should be the pattern of execution? How to execute this? So ultimately we saw the data is spread across different pages. It is to be brought into the memory, and then like memory, I mean to say buffer. Then it should be reorganized in such a way that data should be shown to the user the way that we see now here. Correct? Like it should be having like dash dash, sometimes somewhere pipes, and this is kind of formatting. But this was formatted by your user interface. Okay, this UI character UI, which was created there. So if at all I have to make use of, say, for example, this PG admin, can I use it? So let us go here and see whether we can get it. So you will see PG admin 4. So after installation is done. So when it starts, let us see like what happens at that end. So keep this installed on your laptops or desktops if you at all have them. Okay, so this would be your UI. So it will ask you to input your passwords. Okay, now this user interface, like if you install pgadmin 3 and this is totally different. It is something like now in for MySQL there is a PHP and MySQL. Through PHP the MySQL UI is designed. So PHP myadmin, so that it is the name. So now you simply click here, add server. You give some name here, say suppose AS, correct? Now if you want to set up connection, so host name you give 127.0.0.1 and you simply add your password here. Okay, then rest of the parameters I'm not making any change there. What I did, what changes I have added, I have given name, say for example temp. Okay, so this is server. So connections I have given this. So port number that it makes use of is 5432. Okay, so we are going to make use of Postgres. So this would be maintenance database. Okay, Postgres, there would be Postgres and its password. What is the password that you have? So you can say save password and simply say save. If there is no error, then ultimately you would be saying that what are the name that you gave would be appearing here. Okay, so if you click on this temp, so by the way, I cannot increase size of font of this because it is a GUI, so you would be able to see that. So like if this was my earlier added thing. So if you go to databases, you will be seeing the databases that were added by you. So here, if you see, select that name from pg underscore database. So you have these like, okay. So trial one, Postgres, Nitin. So now like if you see Postgres, Nitin and trial one. So template 0 and template 1 would not be shown to you. So here it shows me 3. Here it is showing me 5. So this template 0, template 1 would not be shown there because it is used internally, and you definitely would be seeing the kind of UI which is enhanced, which shows you different transaction happening at that time, how many how the fails tuples are fetched out, and so on. If there is the IO kind of stuff, correct? So say, so let us say do this, and let me fire some query from here. Okay, select star from PG class. Now suddenly see the change in the UI. Okay, you will see some like hikes are added there. So create table, say x, y integer. So we will use the similar tactics. Okay, we have already it. So select star from x. Now you would be seeing like how much time it is taking. Suddenly your UI parameters are changing. You can see that. Correct. So the way that we are firing this, because we fired this query select star from X and it is taking too much time rather to retrieve the data. The reason behind the number of records are huge, right, which we added earlier. So if I terminate this, then it is even going to take some amount of time. So now as it is not responding, so you would be seeing some UI perspective, the notifications. And okay, so say we got this. Okay, now suppose if I go here, now the way that I write /d, okay, here I write /d, I do see relations. So in this case, if I click on this Nitin, I would be getting this whole information. So if I go to schemas, see there schemas, yes, schemas, and now write public. So now let us see this public. Fine. Now if you want to see other properties, they can be seen here. All statistics, dependencies, and template. Now we don't have anything. So in public, these are the different things that are possibly there probably. So let us go to tables. Okay. Now if I write barcode, if I click on this barcode, so it will show you what are the dependencies. There would be a barcode primary key, so, dependents. Okay, schema, the statistics. So some statistics would be there. Okay, this is like if I see this barcode, this is created there. Create table if not exist public dot barcode. So whenever you take backup of this data base, rather it would be showing this one. Similarly, you can see the properties. Like there would be what are the different things that are available there. Correct. And like if I want to see this UI view data, so click on this one. So you'll be able to see the data in some tabular form or a grid form. Correct. So what are the query that you fire, we see here. Correct. So if you fire query, if you want to execute queries here, say now it is ascending. Correct. So if I want to modify this, so you go here, you write SQL, you click on SQL. So select star from customer order by customer ID descending. Okay, semicolon. So if that query is correct, okay, it will show you, or otherwise it will definitely give an error. So like our select query spelling was wrong. So select. Now you execute it. Now you would be seeing that data in the descending order. Correct. Fine. Now to execute your query, what exactly happened at that end? So if I click on the statistics, so it fired something like table size. It knows 8192. The index that was added there is having some information. If I really go to say, for example, these properties, you would be seeing that information that this there is a table called barcode, for example, which we clicked here. So barcode, it has OID to be this, owner is going to be this, table space is this, and so on. Correct. And like some advanced parameters also can be seen related to that table. So how many rows are added there in that particular table? Okay. So suppose if I click on this, this would be giving me data. I can definitely, like suppose if I want to insert, then how exactly I'm going to insert? So you have to find out that method because I want you to really work out. So suppose if I say, okay, so if I say insert here, correct. So if I want to modify, say for example, if I want to modify this value, I definitely can modify. So like for 14th atom, we made the change. So if I see here, select star from barcode, you can see that like what are the, okay, it doesn't seem to be saved. Yeah, the data has been modified but not saved. Are you sure you wish to discard the changes? No. So but now we have to save this. So how exactly we should save it? Correct. So there is a save option available. So you click on it. Correct. So depending upon your option that chosen by you, you can fire that data. So if I say yes, that data may not be getting because we are actually working on this select query. So if I go here, okay, and then if I try to find out the different methods to really execute this, it would be definitely telling you how to make use of this particular UI. So I want you to use this UI. Okay, try to explore many things. I'm not here to teach you this GUI, but I only want to show you one particular important thing called this explain. Okay, suppose if I execute this query. So if I click on this explain, I would not be getting any information, correct? Fine. So like if I really click on this, let us see if we can. Dashboard, filter rows, query tool. Yeah. Yes. So let me write select star from customer. Suppose if I fire this query. So you saw this is the result displayed, correct? Now, if at all I want to write this, so if let us say if I write here explain, and if I fire this, correct? Now you will see that it is showing me a sequential scan added there for my query. That means what? Like when you fire this query, select star from customer, it is showing you this result, but on what basis it captured that data? So like what I earlier said, it is going to find out whether customer the OID associated with customer table. Do we have that file associated there? Open that file in binary mode, fetch the data in binary, convert it into the human readable form, load it into buffer. Now from buffer you have to fetch that data and then you have to organize it. So what was the fetching mechanism that was applied? So for every query there would be a query plan, so which can be seen using explain. So you write /h explain. So it says show the execution plan of a statement. So if you simply write this explain, select star from customer. So it is showing you that there is a sequential scan available. Okay, so there are some parameters about which we will be talking definitely later. But right now, let us only understand that this is a query plan operator which is used by your query planner to execute your query. Correct. Now, if I write here order by custom, let us say app name. Now you will see that it adds something more other than sequential scan. So sequential scan, then second parameter is sort. Okay. Now if I say select star from customer. Let us see select star from customer. So I want like a count of distinct title. How many of them are having Mr. How many of them are having Mrs. and how many of them are having Miss as an account. So how you write query? Select distinct title, comma. Okay, how you write this? Select distinct title, okay, comma, count title from customer. So if I write this, now how should I write this? I want a distinct title from the customer. If I write this, say for example, select distinct title from customer. So it is showing me this. Now I want it to be counted. So whenever I have to use this, it says you have to make use of group by. So let me write this group by title. Now I can definitely see that there are 2 customers with the title to be Miss, 3 to be Mrs. and 10 to be Mr. Correct. So if I now write explain, you can see that it is adding something hash aggregate and I use group. Correct. Now if I write select count app name from customer, it is showing me 15 because there are 15 records. Now if I simply write explain, so there is an aggregate function used by you. That's why it shows aggregate. Okay, so That is the reason why this hash aggregate came. Now hash aggregate was added because you are grouping them, and that grouping was done through hashing. That's why this hash aggregate is there. Now, like when you really talk about this particular aspect, so what would be possible for me rather to see this as an user interface, for example. So what way I definitely can see this, the visual explain, correct? So let us go here. Fine, and we fired this, and then we could see this explain. So though it says you have to write explain there. So suppose let us go here. So it is not permitting me to execute this. So okay, let us go here. Let us write that query history. So I am picking this. Okay, and you saw that this is a query plan applied. Now to see a graphical interface, there would be definitely some mechanism which would be permitting you to see that graphical representation, correct? And like there would be different ways rather to make use of this particular aspect. Okay, so there are options like auto commit or auto rollback. Similarly, like if I want to make use of either of these settings and so on. So show query generated internally by PG admin. So like when you fire select star explain plan, so ultimately these some of the queries were internally fired by it. Okay, to show you what exactly is happening at that side. Fine. So I want you people to if you recall, I gave you an assignment to make use of p.sql file. Can you recall that p.sql where we had these tables like barcode, barcode, customer, then item, then order line, order info, stock. Now by making use of this, I want you to write different queries. So I hope some of you must have written it. Now let us see, like suppose if I fire select star from customer, comma, order info. Now what kind of query is this? When I write select star from customer, comma, order info, what would be output of this query? Can somebody tell me? What would be output of this query? Yes. Hmm?
Sir, it fetches all the records from customer and order info.
But what kind of output would be? Definitely we know that it is going to show you this. Hmm? So what kind of join it would be? Let me ask this question. What kind of join it would be? Hmm? What kind of join it would be? See, I haven't added any condition there, correct? Have I added any condition for this join? So this would be a cross product, correct? So if I fire simply this, so number of records in my first table multiplied by number of records in my second table. So let me see, select count star from customer, select count star from order info. So 15 multiplied by 5. So if I write select 15 multiplied by 5, so it is 75. So if I fire now this count star here, number of records should be 75. Are they? Yes. Okay. Now if when I write this and if I fire explain, what should happen here? So let us first see the records. Now how it is organized. So one can see that first customer table is added, customer ID, title, app name, mail name, address line, town, zip code, phone. Up to this is your customer table. And then later we had columns from that order info table. Correct. And now see here what is similar. So I can see first customer, okay, till this phone. And I can see that my first order info ID with customer ID to be 3, date placed and 2.99. So see, there were 15 customers. Now this first record from order info is repeated 15 number of times. Can you see that? See, this is 14 number of times. Same thing is there. 2.99, 2.99, 2.90. Can you see that? If we go below, till these are the 15 rows where your order info table record is repeated. So it is like what? In first set you have 3 elements or 15 elements. In second set you have say 5 elements. So each element you are going to pick from first set, comma, you are going to take element from second set, first element from second set. Now next would be second element from first set, first element from second set. Third element from first set, first element from second set. So first element from second set was kept constant here. Now you must have seen like the order that I used was customer comma order info, and probably if one may say it looks like because I wrote customer as in a first column, that's why it is showing me this. Okay, let me try the other way around. Select star from order info comma customer. Now what should happen? Considering the earlier output, what should happen now? We saw earlier customer records would be like customer column is added first, and then customer relations orders columns are added first, and then order info columns are added later. Correct. Now if I write this order info comma customer, so my imagination would be what? First order info columns and then customer columns. See this? Can you see that? Is it like that only? Yes. Now what is repeated? Now you will see like though I changed the order of the tables, my first row was kept first set of column. Okay. From order info, first record was kept same. Now record from customer tables are changing. Now, how come this is possible? So I actually we were expecting what? So what are the 5 records from this table? Okay, from order info table, those 5 like those 5 with 1, those 5 with 2, those 5 with 3, those 5 with 4, and so on. But actually, it is showing me reverse way. Then on what basis it has chosen this? So it depends on what exactly you are writing as in a query. Okay, now when you execute it first time, whatever the thing that would be added there in a buffer, same thing would be added. So let me write now here our explain aspect. Now see what are the columns shown. Sorry, what was the query plan shown? Nested loop. And there is materialize. 2 times sequential scan was fired. Now can you see this as in a tree? See, it is properly organized. Can you see it as in a tree? Yes, this looks to be a root. These are the 2 children, and this tree has this sub node. This node has this child. So this root has 2 children. One child has one more child. Correct. Now let me add where customer dot customer ID is equal to order info dot customer ID with assumption that I know the columns. So if I write this, then I can see that my plan was changed. Now it is not sequential. Now why nested loop came into picture? Can somebody tell me why nested loop came into picture? Because you saw what was the approach? One record was kept common. Remaining records were picked. So it is like executing this in a loop. So keep first record common, pick all records from second. Then take second. So it is outside for loop. Nested loop. Loop within a loop. That's why it was nested loop. But when you wrote the condition, ultimately, like if I fire this without count, sorry, without explain, I can see that only 5 rows were there because there were only 5 orders which were ordered by these customers. Customer ID 3, customer ID 8, customer ID 15, customer ID 13, and customer ID 8 again. Correct. So if I write distinct there here, so if I write distinct customer ID. Sorry, I wrote in bracket. Comma star. So star would not be permitted. Correct. Now, my problem would be what? Which customer ID you are talking about? So I am saying order info dot customer ID. Now still it is showing me these many. Why? Why this might be the case? So my customer IDs are 8, 15. So was it because I added star? Let me remove that star. Now I can see only 4 rows. Right? Which were distinct now. The customers are distinct. Though there was one more entry, which was 5th one, which I could see earlier with my earlier command. But as this 8 was matching Mrs. Ann Stones, she added this was customer ID of hers 88 and she ordered that on this particular date placed. One was 23/6 and other was 21/7. So these were two different orders. But when I fired this, ultimately from the 75 records, only 5 were picked. So what happened here? So if I remove this condition, I got this. So total number of records would be 75. Among these 75, I am supposed to pick only which are satisfying this condition, whatever the condition that is written by me. And this was the condition where this. So among 75, so that means what? From customer I have to fetch, from order info I have to fetch, then combine them together and then get the result. So if I write explain here, I can see that sequential scan still there, but now it is to be grouped in such a way that this will match, and that's why this hash condition came into picture, and it is making use of a join called hash join. Now I assume you must have used some database book in your database course, no matter in where exactly you did it, probably in your bachelor's or probably in your first semester of MSc MCA. You had a database course, correct? At that time, you must have seen one chapter is there in standard database books. Okay, so I don't expect you for to read say Nirali, Monali, Sonali, Rupali. Correct. I'm assuming that you must have used some standard reference book which is added. For example, Kurth. In one of the chapter, there would be query plan operators. There, these joins are explained. So there is an hash join. Now, how many plans are generated? Like generally it is suggested when you are planning something, you should always have plan B ready if first plan fails. Now, how do you choose among the plans? So some problem is to be solved. So let me give you an example. I want you to work with a problem such that you have to add two numbers and give me 23. You have to add two numbers and give me 23. How many solutions possibly would be there for you? Can somebody tell me? I want answer to be 23, where you have to add two numbers and give me 23. What would be your solutions? Yes, Kedare, can you please tell how many solutions would be there if I want to add two numbers and get result as 23? So how will you start? 0 plus 23, two numbers, 1 plus 22, two numbers. Then how many such solutions possibly would be there? From 0 plus 23 to 23 plus 0, correct? Am I right? Am I audible by the way?
Yes, sir.
I'm not hearing, like I'm not getting any response from you people other than Mayuri. So are others on mute mode? Like do they have fast, like don't speak anything today, kind of? Jokes apart, I am expecting you to respond. Okay. Okay, good. So when we are firing such kind of query, some kind of plan is to be chosen. Now, when I was expecting answer for getting addition of two numbers and return me 23. So if I say, if I start with 0 plus 23, then 1 plus 22, then 2 plus 21, then 3 plus 20, कितना जाएगा वो? डॉट 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 करके 23 प्लस 0, 23 24 आएगा, ये टोटल 23 हो गया, 21 से लेकर 1 तक, करेक्ट? So 24 probably. So are they sufficient for me to get 23? Probably not. Why not write this? Add two numbers. I haven't said whether they are going to be positive or negative, correct? So now my solution suddenly increase. Sorry, I should have written here 24 plus minus 1. Now I can see that I would be getting multiple answers now. It is not limited, and it could be infinite solution now. I can write this na 25 plus minus 2 because I'm adding two numbers. Nobody said na like whether I want them to be both of them to be positive or both of them to be negative. Probably. So we know that, but if I take both of them to be negative, I would be getting the negative value as a result. But my result was plus 23. So 23 positive 23. That means what? Always whenever query is executed, there should be multiple plans. So what are the different plans? So let us try one by one. So let me first type this. You can note down the different plan operators. So first query is this. OK, first query, let us write select 1. What is the output shown? 1. So if I write explain here, see what it shows. It shows result to be my query plan. Similarly, if I write select 1 plus 12, it shows me result. So first query plan operator is result. OK, I am going to talk about this definitely, but not in this session, but in next session. Fine. Now next thing, select say star from customer. So we know the result. So but if I write explain, this is a sequential scan that is added. Fine. Now third, where customer ID equal to 10. Now I am specifically talking about one customer, which is having customer ID to be 10. Now suddenly my query plan operator changed. It became index scan. Fine. So let me see. Let me use this. Control D PSQL select star from customer. So let me take Jenny. OK. Now where app name like Jenny. So it is showing me sequential scan. It is not showing me index scan, though I added their app name. OK, let me see other option. Like let me write this. Say for example, phone. Phone like it still says this. Correct, because it is a type text type. Correct. Now first operator was result, second operator was sequential scan, third operator came for index scan. Index scan would be used only when you are using a primary key there or an index created, because when we write /d customer, it tells us that there is an index used and the primary key was customer ID. And that's why like when we use customer ID to be as a part of query, it shows the index scan because it is an index used. So sequential scan, index scan. Now let us move further. Select star from customer. Okay, now let me write limit. So this limit will show me those many records only. So if I remove this limit, for example, we know that it is going to show me 15 records. But when I add 5 as a limit, it shows me only those records. So if I fire now my explain, I can see that there is an operator called limit. There is an operator called limit. Now, if I want to skip first 5 and show next 5, so from 6 to 10, so I could have written like where customer ID is greater than equal to 6, and I could have got say and customer ID less than equal to 10. So I could have got these records, correct? But if I want to show that without any writing any condition, I write offset. Let me remove this first explain. Offset say 5. So that means what? Show 5 records but skip first 5. So if I write skip first 6, then it will show from 7 onwards. So if I say first skip 10, then 11 to 15. Now if I write explain for this 2, I can see that there's an operator called limit. So can somebody repeat which operators we saw other than Mayuri? Yes. Abhishek? Can you hear me? Abhishek Fasate? Yeah, so result. Okay, good. Another one would be index scan. Okay, then sequential scan. Correct. Now limit. Right. Then we saw limit. So these were the 4 that we saw. Similarly, we saw sort as well. So like when I fire here offset 10, order by customer ID. Okay. So let us see if I can write the query. So if I remove this explain, it is ordered. So if I write descending, order by customer ID, descending. Correct. So if I see now explain. Now still it is not showing me say sort. The reason behind limit is having higher priority, and as it is an index scan, that's why it is showing me this. It is using sorting, but it is using through the index scan. Now, if I remove this limit and offset, okay, let us write this. So I want that to be sorted with fname. So I got now this. How come this is possible? So maybe it is because of this first name. Correct. If I remove this, for example, I should see these records. So now we are talking about descending. So till this bill, it picked these records. Correct. You can see that these all records are picked there because you wrote select star from customer ordered by fname descending. Now if I write here explain. Now there is no index scan because our fname is not an index. That's why you will see now sort. Are you with me? So we now saw another operator along with limit called sort. Now definitely there would be a query. Okay, what might be the best sorting technique? Like you must be or you must have learned in your algorithms or data structure course. What was the best sorting technique? Which one will you prefer to be the best sorting technique to sort the data? And like I know most of you wrote sorting code for numbers, not strings. So which sorting technique would be best?
Sir, in the worst case, merge sort.
Merge sort. And in best case?
Quick.
Quick. Okay. So let us see what would be the kind of like. Okay, let me remove this. So you will see different plan now. Correct, because I have removed that limit by U and offset. Fine. Now if I write one word here called verbose. Okay, see additional plan operator, additional information in the same plan. This was your original plan with 3 rows. Now it is showing me this. And it is telling me what was the sort key, what were the outputs, output columns. It is not showing us what were the output columns, but when I said explain verbose, it is showing me this. Okay, let me add some more thing. I have added explain, analyze, verbose, all 3 keywords. So now you will see sort method, quick sort, and whenever you are talking about quick sort, you take some buffer for sorting purpose. So that buffer is also specified how much buffer it took to sort your data. And it also tells you what was the planning time, what was the execution time. But is this only the plan available? Probably not. I cannot assure. Okay, let me show you one more time. Select star from customer where customer ID equal to 10. This was the query we wrote, correct? So we saw that this record is displayed. So when I wrote explain, it shows me index scan. Can I switch off this? I don't want to see index scan. Can I see other plans? Okay, so use this set enable index scan to off. If I fire this, see what exactly the map I got or what exactly the plan I got. So to execute this query, select star from customer where customer ID equal to 10. Earlier plan was index scan, but when I switched off it, I got bitmap heap scan. Now see the time taken. So now let us concentrate on this. 8.16, 8.17, definitely in milliseconds. 8.17. So see, by 0.01, your index scan was better. Okay, now if I could successfully switch off this index scan, if I switch it on, if I fire this again, I get my original plan and that never changes. The data never changes. Correct? Now let me switch it off again. Let me switch it off that bitmap heap scan to set enable bitmap scan to off. Let us fire the query again. Now I will see another plan called sequential scan. Now see amount of time taken and earlier was 8.16. Correct? We saw 8.17 too. Now 11.88. OK, let us even disable this. Set enable sequential scan. So OK, how many parameters would be there for enable? Press tab. These all are your query plan operators. Some of them are shown here, which can be controlled by you. Enable, disable, like a switch. These are the switching operators, like you can switch them to on or off. So now if I switch it off, if I fire this, now see, it is showing us index scan, but if you recall, we have switched off index scan, but now see the time taken, and you must have seen it took some amount of time. Now it is showing because we earlier executed that query. Once you execute the query, later it will not get, say, it will not require same amount of time. But you can see this time. Has it taken this much? Not sure. But when it doesn't have any option to show you, it shows you this. So like when you switched it off with respect to index, and it shows some options which we are not interested into. OK, now if I quit from here, if I write PSQL and if I fire this query again, oof, can you see this? This was there earlier. Now I am getting the original plan 816. How come this possible? Whatever you use using set like this, set enable something to on or off, that will remain only till your session is up. Now session in, I mean to say, when you write PSQL, when you start here and till the time you are quitting from it. So this would be one session. You started here and you ended here. Till this time, what are the switch on, switch off you are going to do would be used. Everything is on at the initial stage, and accordingly, the best plan is shown to you whenever you write explain. OK, now let us try to add some more thing. So let us go to that customer ID, same one. Yeah. Now you see here hash join. So let us disable this, set enable hash join to off. Now see the query. You got merge join. Now merging, somebody was talking, like see the time taken 132 and here it was 41. Really, like if you really wish to see, like select 132 divided by 41. 3 number of times it took the time. Multiplicative factor was 3 in multiplied by 3. So 3 times time was taken to execute through merge join because it required sorting. Whenever a merging is to be done, then it should sort twice depending upon the relations. So what happens if I use another table? Now my plan is getting bigger and bigger. Now I have 3 tables. So if I remove this explain. Now we had customer table 15, order info 5. Now let us see how many are there for order line. Select star from order info 5 and order line 12. So select 12 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 50. How many records? 900. OK, let us see. Count star. But again, we had this condition. So this will limit because it is going to match only this condition. OK, let me first remove this. So one can see 900 records are shown. If I simply fire here, explain, it is talking about aggregate because I used count star. If I remove that count star and if I simply say star, now it is having a cross product with of 2 plus 1. So first of all, this was cross product of 2 tables, customer and order info, and that was combined with creating multiple copies of order line with materialize operation. So this is another operation for materialize. Always it would be with nested loop. See here. Can you see materialize? Materialize means create copies. Okay, by the way, you can learn about them in any database book. I'm only showing you what the plans are. So okay, let us switch. Keep it. Yeah, so I got this nested loop. But because of that, like you can see what was the cost for nested loop. So if I set enable nested loop to off, there can be only one plan for your cross product. Correct? There would be only one plan. Okay, so like other than Raut, can you please add other operators which we saw other than result, index scan and sequential scan we saw? Nested loop. Can you add there please? Through the chat, or somebody can add there nested loop. Then we saw materialize. Add that in the chat so that others would be able to remember it. What were they? Yeah. So we saw the materialize, good. Then sort, okay, good. Then nested loop, hash join, merge join, add them to hash join, good. Then merge join, because we saw merge join also, and merge join would be sorting first and then would be displaying this. So what happens if I use 3? Like I asked you to write this. This was the plan. Correct? Now let me add there where. Now see my plan. How bigger plan I'm going to get. So customer dot customer ID equal to order info dot customer ID and order info dot. Okay, let me see the column order info ID. Order info dot order info ID equal to order line dot order info ID. I am getting now bigger plan. Okay, let me switch it off. Let me start. Yeah, now see the plan. So you are getting hash. Hash was added, sequential scan, hash condition. Correct. Now if I say set enable hash join to off. There will be merge join. So set enable merge join to off. See third one. Now nested loop. You can see the change, sudden change in the cost. So if you see, this was our first. Correct? So cost was 784.02. Okay. Okay, let me quit because we enable disable them. So this was first hash join. See the cost 96.11. Then when you switched it off, set enable hash join to off. See the sudden change from 96.11. Suddenly it became 291.82. Now if I say set enable merge join to off, 784. Now see how much change is there. So set enable nested loop to off. Fire. Now these are the only 3 plans which can be picked by it to show you the result. Among them, the best plan was this. Okay, hash join. This was only the best plan, and that's why it is always shown to you. So how to switch on and switch off the plan? What was the command? Can somebody write in comment window? How to switch on or switch off the plan? operator? Yes, please. Okay, set enable and then you choose what you really wish to switch on or switch off. Correct? Now I want you to specifically try to write at least minimum 20 queries, which would be taking at least 3 tables, 3 or more probably. I don't want you to only take 2 tables. I want 3 or more tables to be used by you so that one can see what kind of different plans are there. OK, and what would be the other options that possibly could be there. Are you with me? So
Yes,
which
sir.
are the tables that are to be picked by you? Which are the tables that are to be picked by you? OK, now let me show you how to see that graphics part. OK, I'm expecting that you have to make use of 2 or more tables. Fine. So set enable and then you are going to choose appropriately. Make sure that after underscore you are not going to add space. OK, it would be automatically shown to you. Now this was the query that we wrote. Correct? Suppose if I switch it off. Fine. Yeah. OK, let us see here. Save. This is the save option that you can use. Go on here. Explain, analyze. Yeah. So now whenever you write, for example, select star from customer. Fine. Let us say you fired that data. You can see that select star from customer. Yeah, we got this data, correct? Now if I go to explain, we are not shown anything. So there is an option here which says explain, analyze. So you click on it. OK, so you will be seeing that output of it would be a query plan. OK, which is not shown to you here, but this is a graphical notation, which is sequential scan. So now let me write here select star from customer comma order info. Correct. If I fire this, like this is a cross product, you can see customer ID and then order info ID came into picture. If I click this, you will see the graphical interface. How your plan would be shown graphically. See the operator. OK, we know that there is a nested loop. So this was nested loop thing. You can see 2 lines are there. 2 kind of squares are added there. Correct. Though it is not exactly square, but kind of notation. So it picks customer, applies materialize, create those many copies as per order info, and then shows you the result. Fine. So let me add here where customer dot order, customer dot customer ID equal to order info dot customer ID. Fine. So if you execute this query, you will be seeing this data. Now if you want to see the graphical plan, click on here. Now see your plan changed. So you add now hash. OK, you add now hash and then this one. So if I see the plan on my text window, which was here, so let us say PSQL control R explain select star from customer comma order info where customer dot customer okay, let me go and check it. This was my query. So this has joined. So if I write set enable hash join to off, so I would be able to see this. If I want to see this merge join, how can I see that in graphical interface? This is a task for you people. Try to find out how to disable those plan operators. Fine. Now, as I was showing you that there is this set enable and I said by default they all are on. Where can I see that? So write so Postgres, then cd slash etc slash Postgres SQL slash 14 main. Okay, and then post. Okay, this one. Then less postgresql.conf. So if you go below, let us go below. Let us see whether can we find those operators there. Yeah. So planner method configuration. So by default, all these are set to be on. So there are more operators which I'm not going to show you right now, but let us first try to understand. Like these are by default on and some of them are off. So we are not using partitioning yet. That's why this partitioning doesn't make any sense. But you can see that there is sequential scan, there is sort. So if I write, say for example, select ctid, comma star. Okay, let us write here. Okay, now if I write here explain. So it is still showing me this to be sequential scan. Correct. So if I want to make use of those operators, okay, like let me write this one. Select star from customer where customer underscore ID in. Select customer ID from order info. Now it is showing me only those 4 customers, though there were 5 orders. Correct? There were 5 orders. So if I simply write select customer ID from order info, it should show me 5 records, but this 8 is repeated. And when you're using in, that means you are talking about a set. Correct? So from that set, only these 4 customers were there. Fine. Now if I write here, explain. Okay, let me see one more time because we shut down other query plans. Yeah, you can see now. So you have hash join, you have merge join. Correct? Can you see that? Even see the timing. So if you see last 3 lines for both plans, these last 3 lines for both plans. This hash aggregate here and there. It is same. No problem with that plan. Even later it used sort. And here it is using hash. Because this was merge join, that's why this sorting was necessary to be carried out. Right? But now when you go on writing such queries, ultimately you would be seeing different things. Different plan operators would be coming into picture and they would be shown. So suppose if I copy this query, let us copy this query. So let us fire this. Okay. Yeah. So I made any mistake there. Yeah, explain is not to be written. Sorry, I wrote explain there because I am clicking this one explain button. Now you can see. So it is showing aggregate applied. Okay, then hash. See this notation. So like I used to give this as an MSc project to people from MSc earlier. What they were supposed to do? They were supposed to see the text plan. Okay, when I fire this, say for example, I am getting this plan. Okay, depending upon what the query I wrote. So I should write here explain to see that plan. If I execute this, I see this plan. So can you parse this plan, parse this query plan and show me the graphical result which was shown probably here. Correct. So it is translation of that plan only. So read the text, transfer it, translate into graphics. So notations were fixed. So you can see there is order info. This is sequential scan. So if you click on this, it shows you what exactly is there. It says it is sequential scan. Other parameters are also shown for everything, every parameter that is used there. So if I say aggregate, if I click on this, this is shown. So I can switch it down, switch it off ultimately to get the data. Correct. So at each place, I would be getting that data, and then data would be retrieved appropriately. Fine. So I want you to try this. Try writing the queries. Okay. Try writing the queries and get the results and see what changes are seen in the graphical interface. I don't expect you to write project for this, but try this one. Okay. Any question or query? So let me stop recording. So in next lecture, we'll be talking mainly about